Hello, dear Libra. What if I told you that this moment right now is the beginning of something that's been trying to reach you for weeks? You didn't land on this video by accident. You were called here. And today, the universe is ready to respond to something deep inside your soul that's been asking, waiting, aching for divine alignment. This is not just a horoscope reading. This is a cosmic transmission tailored for you, delivered through the portal of time, intention, and intuition. I'm your guide from Zodiac Whisper Tarot, and together we're about to uncover the whispers of fate that have been circling your energy. Libra, this reading is going to help you reclaim your balance, attract your blessings, and awaken your spiritual prosperity. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt like luck was truly on your side? When was the last time you looked at your reflection and said, I deserve ease. I deserve joy. I deserve to receive. Libra, you are the sign of balance, but sometimes, you've sacrificed your peace just to maintain peace for others. Today, that ends. Today, your soul is being called back to the center. The universe is aligning, and Venus, your ruling planet, is harmonizing with Jupiter in a once-in-a-decade energetic shift. The doors are opening. And the question is, are you ready to step through? There's a sacred moment unfolding. I sense it. A wave of gentle, golden energy is moving in your direction, soft yet powerful. You may have felt it in subtle ways, strange dreams, repeating numbers, unexpected signs. If your hands have tingled, if your heart has fluttered without reason, if the number 33 has appeared, you're not imagining things. That's divine confirmation. And before we go any further, allow me to pause for something very important. Thank you. Truly. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for every like, every comment, every subscription that pulls you closer to this sacred space. Your presence here supports Zodiac Whisper Tarot, and allows us to keep channeling these life-shifting messages for beautiful souls like yours. Your support isn't just noticed, it's cherished. Now I need you to do something bold. I need you to trust this process. Because what the universe is about to reveal in this reading, it's not just accurate, it's divinely timed. And I promise you, Libra love, if you stay with me until the very last second of this video, you're going to hear something that feels like it was written only for you. That's how the universe works. It speaks to those who are ready to receive. And today, the message is clear: your time has come. So tell me, what did your soul do to magnetize this moment? Leave a comment below with your angel number 33 if you feel the shift. Let's begin. It often begins as a quiet pull, a gentle hum in the background of your thoughts, like something unseen is beginning to move, asking you to pause and pay attention. In the celestial choreography unfolding above us, the alignment of Venus and Jupiter creates more than just an astrological event. It opens a sacred window where timing, intention, and alignment converge. For Libra, whose soul is coated with the desire to harmonize, this moment is not about choosing between logic and feeling, it's about learning to lead with both. You're being invited to come home to your own internal symmetry. Venus, your ruling planet, isn't simply about love and beauty. It governs value, both self-worth and how you engage with material abundance. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and divine timing, now collaborates with Venus to amplify what you've quietly longed for: financial flow, emotional peace, or clarity in purpose. But here's the secret: the universe doesn't just reward wanting. It responds to readiness. This energetic portal favors those who not only hope for balance but are willing to embody it. You're not here to wait on fate. You're here to align with it. When action is taken at the right frequency, it becomes more than movement, it becomes manifestation. That's why the hours of 35 p.m. and 79 p.m. aren't random. These are periods when the energetic currents are more receptive to your clarity, and when your natural decision-making, often hindered by overanalysis, softens enough for true direction to rise. Think of these windows as the golden hours of spiritual action, not for rushing, but for responding. Even the simplest act, writing down an intention, lighting a candle, or saying yes to something that scares you, gains exponential power during these times. And then, there's the quiet power of the 3 days leading up to your moment of change. What if those 3 days were preparation, not punishment? What if the delays you feared were simply divine pauses, clearing clutter so that what's meant for you has space to land? And the 2 weeks that follow, that's your runway. That's your confirmation. It's where you don't need to chase signs, because signs will come to you, in repeated numbers, unexpected offers, a dream you can't shake. But to receive any of that, you must meet the universe halfway, with grace, with structure, with faith, not in perfection, but in alignment. There's something to be said here, too, about stillness. You see, Libra, your mind is gifted in weighing, comparing, refining. But overthinking is not clarity. And clarity doesn't always come from planning, it often comes from presence. As it's been gently taught through sacred wisdom for generations, when we knock, the door opens, but it's our faith to knock that matters most. The opportunity is already here. The door is already unlocked. All that's left is your willingness to step through, even if you can't yet see what's on the other side. So I ask you now, can you feel it? The convergence of logic and emotion, of timing and trust? This is not a crossroads. It's a union point. The universe is not asking you to sacrifice part of yourself to move forward. It's asking you to bring all of yourself, your questions, your hesitation, your heart, and walk fully into the space that's opening. Not later. Not when you're more certain. Now. Because what's waiting for you isn't out of reach, it's right in front of you, waiting for your yes. Sometimes the most profound shifts begin with the smallest acts of self-respect. In a world that demands so much of your attention and energy, taking even 10 minutes to care for your inner space can radically shift the field around you. For Libra, a sign that instinctively seeks balance, peace, and harmony, preparing your energy isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. Because the energy you carry is the lens through which the world responds. And when your internal landscape is calm, open, and attuned, your external reality begins to reflect that grace back to you. The rituals suggested here are not about superstition. They're invitations. Think of a warm jasmine or lavender bath not as a spa-like indulgence, but as a deliberate choice to return to yourself. These scents speak directly to the heart center. They soften the edges, ease the inner tension, and allow your emotional waters to settle. And when the heart is at peace, the mind no longer needs to race. Your clarity improves. Your decisions feel aligned instead of rushed. This is the quiet power of self-tending. Color, too, speaks louder than most of us realize. Wearing soft tones like blush pink, pastel blue, or creamy white is not just about aesthetics. These colors carry a vibrational message. They tell the world, I am safe. I am open. I am not here to fight the current, but to flow with it. These shades mirror the Libra spirit, calm, diplomatic, beautifully composed, and when you embody that externally, your environment begins to respond in kind. Opportunities arrive more gently. Conversations open more easily. There is more yes around you because you are radiating yes within you. Sound, particularly frequencies like 528 Hz, offers another way to align the unseen layers of your energy. This is the frequency often associated with healing, with reparation, with cellular harmony. When you meditate with this tone even for just a few minutes, you're not just relaxing. You're retuning yourself to a frequency that says, I'm ready to receive. Because let's be honest, receiving takes just as much energy as giving, sometimes more. And Libra, you've mastered the art of giving peace. But now, it's time to allow peace to be given back to you. One of the most overlooked elements in manifesting change is emotional congruence. When we make decisions while internally tangled, overwhelmed, anxious, unsure, we send mixed signals. It's like trying to tune a radio between two stations. Nothing comes through clearly. That's why this phase of preparation matters so deeply. It's not about control. It's about coherence. The more settled your system is, the more powerful your intention becomes. As the quiet wisdom goes, the pure in heart see clearly. And in practical terms, that means your next choice should come not from pressure, but from peace. You don't always need a reason to do something that feels beautiful. That's a lesson many Libras learn later in life, that there's value in following joy without a spreadsheet of logic. Some of your most important turning points will not be explainable. They will simply feel right. And those moments are not less valuable because they lack evidence, they're more sacred because they require trust. Not blind trust in chance, but quiet trust in the rhythm that you've been moving toward all along. Allow yourself to believe in the beauty of subtle beginnings. The universe does not always send loud signs. Sometimes it whispers through jasmine steam, pastel sleeves, or a soft note that plays just when your heart needs reassurance. And if today happens to be one of those days, then maybe that's your only confirmation that you're in the right space, at the right time, preparing not just to hope but to receive. There are moments in life when logic takes a back seat and something deeper, quieter begins to speak. You feel it not in your mind, but in your skin. A sudden warmth in your hands. A flicker of light out of nowhere. A number you keep seeing on the clock, on a receipt, in a dream, repeating over and over again. For Libra, who is ruled by Venus and constantly seeking equilibrium between the seen and unseen, these subtle experiences are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of saying, look closer. Something is aligning. When the numbers 2, 6, 11, 14, 24, or 33 start to surface repeatedly in your daily experience, it's not just an aesthetic pattern. It's resonance. Each of these numbers carries a vibration that mirrors Libra's energy: partnership, harmony, inner wisdom, and divine timing. These aren't lottery digits or magical codes. They're reminders. Nudges. Messages written in a language you already know deep within. The number 2, for example, reflects your soul's longing for balance, for connection without losing self. The number 6 carries the vibration of nurturing and responsibility, especially toward yourself. And 33, a master number, often appears when your spirit is preparing to walk into a new season of service, grace, or purpose. Pay attention, too, to the quality of light around you. Libras often have a heightened sensitivity to beauty, not just physical beauty, but the subtle elegance of alignment. You may notice how the sun catches a corner of the room, or how a specific bird crosses your path at the exact moment you're thinking of someone. These moments aren't there to impress you, they're there to inform you. The universe rarely shouts. It whispers. And those whispers come dressed as patterns, textures, sensations, often when you least expect them. Dreams, in particular, play a powerful role during this phase of alignment. They are your subconscious processing the very things your conscious mind may be too busy or too overwhelmed to notice. Have you had dreams lately that seem to replay the same setting? The same emotion? The same symbol? Don't dismiss them. Your intuition is often clearest when your logical defenses are down. And Libra, your dreams are more than night stories, they are intuitive maps. Soft messengers showing you what you're attracting and what's trying to reach you. Even the physical signals like your skin feeling warm or a soft flutter in your chest are not just body responses. They are somatic cues. They are the bridge between your outer awareness and inner knowing. You're not imagining it. You're receiving. And the key is not to analyze these signs to exhaustion, but to receive them in the spirit they're given, quietly, reverently, and with a posture of attention. What often separates those who notice signs from those who don't isn't belief, it's presence. You don't need to chase magic. You simply need to notice it when it arrives. That's part of living in alignment, not forcing things to make sense, but being willing to pause when something feels oddly specific. As one gentle teaching reminds us, the divine often speaks not through thunder but through stillness. In your world of constant balance, stillness isn't emptiness, it's invitation. So if lately you've been noticing strange alignments, repeating numbers, symbolic imagery, or dreams that stay with you long after you've woken up, don't ignore them. Take them seriously, even if you don't understand them yet. Write them down. Say thank you. Let them become part of your awareness. Because often, those quiet, repeated nudges are the prelude to something bigger. And if you're here, watching this, chances are your next something is already on its way. There's a certain kind of quiet strength that arises when you stop trying to control every outcome and instead lean into your deeper knowing. For Libra, a sign governed by Venus, with an innate desire for balance and fairness, the relationship with abundance isn't just about earning. It's about aligning. Financial energy, like any form of energy, doesn't respond well to force or fear. It responds to clarity, receptivity, and consistency. And that's exactly why reprogramming your financial subconscious is not a task of logic, it's an act of grace. Abundance starts as a belief long before it becomes a number in your bank account. It starts as a whisper inside you that says, "I'm worthy of more." But for many Libras, this whisper has often been drowned out by overthinking, self-doubt, or the tendency to prioritize others' needs over your own. What if instead of asking, "Do I deserve this?" you began affirming, "It's safe for me to receive"? That subtle shift in language creates an opening. It rewrites the energetic contract you've been unconsciously holding, the one that says you must earn your worth through perfection or people-pleasing. Simple affirmations like, I allow prosperity to flow toward me with ease, or I receive with a calm heart and a steady soul, are not wishful thinking. They are daily recalibrations. Think of them as mental nutrients. The more consistently you nourish your subconscious with truth, the more naturally it becomes your default. And when your inner narrative shifts, your choices shift. You stop settling. You stop apologizing for asking. You begin making decisions that align with your true value instead of your past conditioning. This is where ritual becomes useful, not as a performance, but as a moment of embodied intention. Writing your financial intention in violet ink is more than symbolic. Purple has long been associated with sovereignty, clarity, and elevated thought. Pairing this with stones like rose quartz or moonstone allows you to physically anchor your energy in softness and receptivity. Sleeping with this energy near you isn't about superstition, it's about saturating your subconscious during its most open, fertile hours, the quiet moments before sleep. The smile of gratitude you hold as you drift off tells your brain, I already have what I seek. And the mind begins to make that a reality. In tarot, Libra is deeply connected to cards like Justice, a reminder that energy always returns to its source, and the Empress, who doesn't chase, she attracts. She holds space for beauty and plenty without clinging. She knows that what is meant for her will not pass her by. The Two of Swords also speaks to you. It reminds you that decisions made from a place of inner stillness are more powerful than those made in haste or noise. When you pause, when you reflect, when you allow yourself to feel the decision instead of dissecting it endlessly, that's when the answer arrives. Abundance isn't something you beg for. It's something you prepare for. And the preparation is often subtle. It's in how you speak to yourself. It's in how you carry your desires not as burdens or wishes, but as invitations. If you can offer love freely to others, Libra, you must now remember that you are just as deserving of that generosity. Even sacred texts remind us, give with a full heart, and it shall be returned. But truly receiving requires your heart to be open in the first place. So take the step. Write the intention. Light the candle. Say the affirmation. And when doubt creeps in, don't argue with it, simply return to your quiet center and remind yourself, it's safe for me to welcome more. Because the more you claim that truth, the more life begins to mirror it back to you softly, steadily, and abundantly. It's easy to underestimate the quiet things. The small acts. The kind gestures that require no recognition, no spotlight. But if there's anything Libra teaches us, it's that subtle impact often carries the most weight. Your sign governs connection, harmony, and the grace of reciprocation, not because you demand attention, but because you naturally understand the rhythm of give and receive. You sense when energy is imbalanced, and more often than not, you step forward to restore it, not for applause, but because that's who you are. This final piece of your alignment isn't about doing more, it's about doing with more heart. It's about choosing intention over quantity and remembering that what you put into the world doesn't just disappear. It comes back. Gently. Accurately. At the right time. Something as simple as writing a thank you letter can recalibrate your entire energetic field. Not because paper and ink are magic, but because gratitude softens the parts of us that forget how much we've already received. And gratitude, when felt sincerely, becomes a magnet. It draws more to be thankful for. When you take a moment to acknowledge someone who shaped your path even in a small way, you open a portal for support to find you again in another form. Whether that's an opportunity, a conversation, or an unexpected piece of good news, it flows in not by coincidence, but by energetic alignment. Giving isn't just a virtue. It's a strategy for expansion. When you set the intention to share a portion of your blessings, whether that's a financial gift, a kind word, or simply your presence, you're telling the universe, there is more than enough. That belief is powerful. It contradicts scarcity. It dismantles the myth that we must hold tightly to receive. And instead, it roots you in the knowing that generosity and abundance are not opposites, they are companions. For Libra especially, who often places others before self, this can feel like a return to truth. You give not because you're empty, but because your nature knows how to pour. When you affirm, "I am a channel through which happiness flows," you're not only speaking for yourself. You're activating a truth about your soul's role in the collective. You become a ripple maker. A bridge. A reminder that happiness isn't a prize, it's a frequency we transmit when we choose connection over isolation. And in return, you'll start to notice a soft but undeniable shift, people showing up for you, ideas landing effortlessly, moments of peace arising without explanation. That's not coincidence. That's cause and effect playing out in divine proportion. One of the oldest teachings reminds us, give quietly, give freely, and what you plant will grow. Not always where or how you expect, but always according to your heart. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes, the most sacred offering is a decision you make in silence, to speak kindly, to trust someone's better nature, to withhold judgment, to believe again. These are the invisible seeds that bear real fruit. So today, ask yourself not just what you want to receive, but what you're willing to give joyfully, gently, without condition. Your acts don't need to be loud. They need only to be real. And as you step into this new cycle of manifestation, remember that happiness isn't something we chase. It's something we circulate. The more you give from a centered place, the more the world reflects your balance back to you with grace, with ease, and with perfect timing. If you've stayed with me until this moment, Libra, it's not just because you were curious, it's because something inside you knows you're ready. You are no longer just observing the waves of life. You're preparing to create them. You are the scale the universe uses to measure who is open, who is aligned, who is willing to live in harmony with their own truth, and right now, the balance is tipping in your favor. You've learned that luck isn't something you chase. It's something you align with. By showing up for yourself, by listening to your intuition, by tending gently to your inner energy, you are already stepping into the frequency of receiving. And the universe notices that. You've taken the small steps, the affirmations, the colors, the rituals, the pause between impulse and decision, and they are not just symbolic. They are powerful, intentional acts that shift your momentum. One whisper at a time. So let's bring it all together. Remember the golden hours, 3 to 5 p.m., and 7 to 9 p.m., when your mind and heart speak the same language and the energy around you is most responsive. Stay open to the numbers 2, 6, 11, 14, 24, and 33. If they keep finding their way to you, it's because they're not random. They're the codes of alignment, subtle confirmations that you're walking the right path. Let your body speak too when your skin warms, your breath softens, or your heart quietly skips in resonance. Trust that something bigger is present. Let your rituals become your bridge. A handwritten intention. A quiet affirmation before sleep. A soft refusal to overanalyze your worth. You don't need to earn the blessings that are coming. You only need to be available to them. And if this entire journey has reminded you of one thing, let it be this: you don't have to wait for luck to find you. You are the luck. You are the open door. The vessel. The answer someone else has been praying for. Now, I'd love to leave you with a question, not to pressure, but to invite reflection. If all the good you've been waiting for truly arrives this week, what will you use it to heal first? What part of your life is finally ready to breathe freely again? Let me know in the comments. Let's speak it into the field together. And before we part ways, let me take a soft moment to thank you from the heart. Thank you for watching, for showing up for yourself, and for being part of this space. Every like, every comment, every subscription sends a ripple through this universe, not just supporting Zodiac Whisper Tarot, but anchoring these gentle, transformative messages in the lives that need them. You are the reason this light keeps expanding. If you felt a sense of truth in today's message, if something within you felt seen, I'd love for you to write in the comments, "I welcome balance and abundance into my life." It's not just a sentence. It's a seed. And seeds bloom best when we plant them in shared faith. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message so more beautiful hearts can remember what you're remembering now, that their timing is divine. And so is yours.